Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Osterman, my first comments or questions will be to you. A couple times today you've already mentioned that with regards to Operation Choke Point that FDIC was working with DOJ and providing some information. Are you aware that the Division of Depositor and Consumer Protection actually loaned 2 attorneys for a period of time to Operation Choke Point?
No, I'm not, sir. I don't believe that's correct.
I have a copy, or I'm aware of a copy of an internal memorandum that's produced for Chairman Issa that confirms that fact. And in talking with some of the executives at the FDIC, they confirmed that fact as well to me last week. So knowing that and putting that fact in before us here, I thought the mission of the FDIC was to work and be concerned with and to ensure the safety and soundness of an institution. How do you rationalize giving 2 or loaning 2 of your examiners to the DOJ for Operation Choke Point, whose sole purpose is to run the non-deposit lenders out of business, a safety and soundness issue for the FDIC?
Well, again, I'm not aware, but assuming you're correct in terms of what you're proposing here, as I've indicated before, our efforts aren't targeted at legitimate businesses. What we're looking at is making sure our banks are run in a safe and sound manner. In terms of the Department of Justice, if they're involved in trying to stop illegal activity and they seek our assistance, we generally would provide assistance to them so that that activity could be addressed.
Well, Mr. Osterman, I used to be an examiner as well. I'm also still involved in arm's length, probably at a community bank as well. So I've been on both sides of the table on this issue. I understand what goes on, but by the same token, I'm not supporting those entities that are illegal or doing things illegal. I support any activity that you engage in to get those, to ferret those out and get rid of them. The problem is we're going the wrong direction. We've allowed the pendulum to swing way too far, and Operation Choke Point is a perfect example of regulatory stuff gone amok. You know, I have here a letter, an excerpt from it. February 26th, 2014, from a banker to one of these non-deposit lenders closing his account. And I quote, "We are unable to effectively manage your account on a level consistent with the heightened scrutiny required by our regulators for money service businesses." Now, this is after your this fall policy statement that you made. This is still going on. What is heightened scrutiny? What are they referring to?
I'm not quite sure what they're talking about. I mean, I can tell you that our efforts are focused on making institutions aware of risks that can be involved, and but as long as the institutions are managing those relationships and the risks, they're neither prohibited or discouraged from providing those services. So,
Mr. Osterman, we have a statement from one of your examiners that says that he doesn't believe that non-deposit lenders have a moral right to exist. That is completely out of line. Your agency has no right to make that judgment on any business. Not only do we have a shadow banking system, we seem to have a shadow regulatory system as well. If you have regulators out there who are working in cahoots with the DOJ, who are still being punitive with regards to my letter of 26th February after your stuff and the moral judgment statement that's made. Something's got to change. Would you be willing to work on and put in place a safe harbor for these non-deposit lenders?
well, I think that it's up to the non-deposit lenders to basically create a situation where the banks can be comfortable with the fact that they're being operated in a way that's not illegal or creating high risk to the institution.
Mr. Osterman, you are regulating these entities. You are the one that are coming down on the banks and saying, don't do business with these. I've talked, my Banker Association was in just a couple weeks ago, and one of them made the comment that, you know, I was doing business on these non-deposit lenders, and I will still, there was no problem with them, but the FDIC kept nitpicking me to death, and I finally just got rid of them, and suddenly all my problems went away. That's got to stop. I think these folks need a safe harbor where you will give the banking industry a way to work with these folks and protect them from your operation. Do you agree?
I think there needs to be dialogue here so that we can understand what the issues are and try to address them.
Okay, real quickly with Ms. Fuchs. I'm very concerned because CFPB is about ready to jump in this area as well with your rules. Mr. Cordray was in this committee not too long ago. I made a statement to me that he agreed that non-deposit lenders have a space that they need to be in and would support them. In April 25th of 12, he also said the CFP is not in the business of product banning. I'm going to be watching very carefully to see how you address that position of your director and still allow these entities to exist. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.